This is Blue Gold News Now, your spot for current events, campus news, and everything in between. Now, live from Tower's basement, it's BNN with our hosts Alex Rubio and Marissa Day.
Good evening, I'm Alex Rubio.
And I'm Marissa Day.
Coming up tonight, we're discussing the WBAs.
But first, the HSHS and Previa closures have begun to affect nursing students in the Chippewa Valley. Following the closures of HSHS and Previa hospitals, many CVTC students were suddenly left without a home site for their clinicals, an integral part of nursing and medical school. According to WEAU News 13, these closings affected 30% of the healthcare students in school at CVTC, a startling number considering the large number of healthcare students in the Chippewa Valley. CVTC and UWC students alike are now seeking alternate ways to fulfill their clinical requirements, with both programs exploring a variety of solutions, including transferring students to clinical programs offered at other hospitals and clinics in the Eau Claire area, exploring AI solutions, and using patient simulation centers already involved in healthcare coursework more extensively.
With midterm elections coming up, a new referendum is being voted on to provide funding to police and fire departments. The referendum is for $1.45 million and will be allocated to supporting our firefighters and police officers. The funds are planned to go towards the onboarding of 6 firefighters, 5 police officers, 1 911 law enforcement agent, 1 police sergeant, and 2 community service officers. These funds will allow for these positions to be filled for a year and to keep the streets a little bit safer. It is the referendum's goal to allocate these more resources to these essential institutions and increase their efficiency.
Coming up after this break, unpredictable weather patterns have caused a shift for recreation.
And your weekly updates on Blue Gold Sports. Stay tuned after this. This week, BNN took a look at the rec center and what it has to offer, including the upcoming Battle Ball event.
Here's BNN reporter Samantha Burnett with more.
The Rec Center is a service here on campus that aims to put on a variety of events and offers many ways to stay physical. The main office for the Rec Center is located in Hilltop. Through the Rec Center, you can also access the Crest Fitness Center, different wellness programs, intramurals, and so much more. The Rec Center also works with the EAC to put on a variety of activities, such as the upcoming spring break trip held in March. If you are looking for something to do Friday night, then head to McPhee for Battle Ball Bubble Soccer. This event is put on by the Rec Center and also happens once a semester. Carly Stefanik, the competitive sports coordinator for the Rec Center, works to put this event together with the help of different intramural supervisors. They aim to put on a fun, free event for students and faculty to participate in and attend. All you need to do is show your Blue Gold ID and sign a waiver.
I think students should sign up for the event for multiple reasons. One, it gives them something to do on a Friday evening if they're not doing anything else. It is a very unique event. Have you ever seen bubble soccer before?
Yes.
It is really unique because you're kind of in these giant balls and you run towards each other and try to score goals. So it is very entertaining. It gives students the opportunity to try something new and hang out with their friends or even meet people while they're there.
You can sign up for the event by going to imleagues.com/UWEC, or you can sign up the night of the event at McPhee. The event starts at 7 p.m. in the Olson Gymnasium in McPhee. I'm BNN reporter Samantha Burnett. Back to you, Alex and Marissa.
Thanks, Sam. The Fireball Drag Gala took place this past weekend in the Davie Center.
BNN reporter Abraham Hernandez has the story.
Thanks, Alex and Marissa. The Fireball Drag Extravaganza took place in the Ojibwe Grand Ballroom. Many students and people from the Eau Claire community were able to enjoy 2 nights of the event, which featured local and national drag performers. But this event was more than that, with this year's theme being rage. Due to the over 1,000 anti-trans and anti-queer bills, the event looked to balance anxiety, fear, and frustration with rage.
The amount of politics that surround bodily autonomy or identity and how we, as a society, have come to almost normalize that type of discrimination is enraging. Mm-hmm. It's hurtful, it's harmful for our communities, and it's one of those things where it's gets me kind of fired up a little bit, you know.
The annual event came to an end last Saturday, and it looked to be another successful event that comes to celebrate queer people's fight for their right and to live freely and without fear of harassment. For Blue Gold News Now, I'm Abraham Hernandez. Back to you, Alex and Marissa.
Thanks, Abraham. GeekCon is making its way over to Barron County for the very first time. Headed by Rob Madison and Professor Nicole Schultz, UWEC Barron County's inaugural GeekCon is set to bring the creative Rice Lake community together for a day full of fandoms, crafts, arts, and hobbies. Exhibitors from all over Wisconsin and Minnesota will be sharing their passions with students and community members in Rice Lake. The event will also feature Thursdays at the U speaker, J.D. McGuire, and food available for purchase from the Riverside Dining Center and Three Chiefs food truck. Barron County GeekCon will be held from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Thursday, February 29th in Meggers Hall at the Rice Lake campus. For more information can be found on the UW Eau Claire Barron County Facebook page.
A new skate shop has opened its doors to the community of Eau Claire, and it looks to be a bit more than just a shop. Tyler Morris, the owner of El Camino on Brackett Avenue, is looking for the shop to be more of an experience than a store. He hopes that with the growing community of skaters in the Chippewa Valley area, this shop will only add to the surge of excitement for the hobby. His shop is different from other retail stores, sporting couches, hangout spots, and entertainment, ranging from comics to gaming. He hopes that the shop will bring new people into the hobby and give a welcoming and accepting place to skaters across the Chippewa Valley area. El Camino looks to be a gathering place for all skaters, no matter age or experience. So, with talking about skating, not really any skating happening this week with the snow on the ground.
No, maybe
but hopefully
ice
coming
skating.
up. Yeah, possibly ice skating, but hopefully it'll come back with the weather changing next week. But
Absolutely. Well, and you're quite the avid skater yourself, aren't you, Alex?
yes, I was a little disappointed when I saw that the snow was coming down real hard last night.
Mm-hmm.
To be completely honest.
You know, I have two left feet, so about as much skating as I do is on an ice rink, which you think would be counterintuitive, but you know, you got to learn somewhere. So ice skating, maybe roller skating, but never skateboarding.
Never skateboard. Well, maybe El Camino has something for you.
Maybe, we'll see.
Well, throughout the month of February, UW Eau Claire has been actively recognizing Black History Month by hosting events on campus that highlight Black history.
On Thursday, February 29th, they will be hosting their final event, Black Essence, that is set to highlight Black history in the USA. Located in the Davies Center, Black Essence is an exhibition set to highlight all of the accomplishments that Black people have contributed to the society and culture of the United States. This year, there is a strong emphasis on Black inventors and how their inventions have shaped the world around us. The exhibition also plans to include interactive exhibits and a slideshow of various facts. The university's Black Student Alliance will have a booth at the event. BNN reporter Kevin Muro spoke with one of the students who will be at the booth representing the Black Student Alliance.
The ultimate goal of the event is for our community, not just for Black people, but pretty much everyone to see the big contributions that Black people did in terms of these inventions. And it's also a great way to continue Black History Month, as it's a way to celebrate the things that we've done in the past and things that people are still not familiar about. So having an event like this is able to give a sense of education for this community and also a sense of interaction, as we will get to help our local Black businesses who are making it in this world, who try their best to sell their products to thrive in this community.
Black Essence will be hosted in the Ojibwa Ballroom at the Davies Center this Thursday, February 29th from 5 to 8 p.m.
BNN will return with your weather forecast.
And more after this short break.
Thank you, Alex and Marissa. Good evening. My name is Ellie Albrecht. Weather this week is going to seem like spring, and you might be able to start tanning early. Today's temperature in Eau Claire stayed in the 40s with a high of 49 degrees today. And looking at a zoomed out version of today's forecast around the upper Midwest, Bloomington and Minneapolis and Minnesota both had warm days today at highs of 48. You can also see that Red Wing and Lake City sit at a high of 49. Menominee and Chippewa Falls at a nice 48, and Eau Claire at 49. Looking forward to the next 7 days, it doesn't look like we'll be getting any more snow, with the rest of the week looking very sunny. As for the temperatures, It looks like we'll start to experience highs all the way up to 67 degrees, and it may even stay there the whole weekend. Unfortunately, it will be back in the 30s on Tuesday, but not for long. The low temperatures will be in the 45 degrees all the way down to a low of 23 next Tuesday. Thank you so much for joining me for weather this evening. I'm Ellie Albrecht. Back to you, Alex and Marissa.
Thanks, Ellie. BNN Blitz is back this week with your Blue Gold sports updates.
Over to you, David and Eli.
Thanks, Alex and Marissa. Welcome back to BNN Blitz, everybody. I'm David Abel.
And I'm Eli Bennis. David and I are back this week to take you right into the action with our weekly recap of Blue Gold sports. Blue Gold's women's hockey took on UW Superior in a semifinal series that ended up in a sweep. The Blue Golds dominated the first matchup, winning 6-2 and clinched a WIAC championship berth with the win over the Yellow Jackets 4-1. The 11th ranked Blue Golds look to win the WIAC championship against the undefeated and number 1 ranked UW River Falls at Hunt Arena Saturday, March 2nd at 2:05 p.m. The UW Eau Claire's men's hockey team battled UW Stout February 23rd and 24th. The Blue Golds were defeated in the first game, falling 2-1. The Blue Golds, down 1-0 in the series, won Game 2 5-2 and defeated the Blue Devils in a thrilling double overtime minigame finish, winning 2-1 to clinch their spot in the WIAC championship game. The Blue Golds face UW Stevens Point at KB Willett Arena Saturday, March 2nd at 7 p.m. with the WIAC championship on the line.
Both the men's and women's indoor track and field teams took third place at the WIAC Indoor Championship at UW Whitewater. The men's team finished with 85 points, while the women's team recorded 90 points. Max Folan and Jakob McQuee were the lone first-place finishers for the Blue Golds. As McQuee took home the shot put crown with a throw of 17.77 meters, and Folan was the winner of the men's heptathlon with 5,097 points. Both teams will have one last meet in Waverly, Iowa, before heading to the NCAA championships.
UW Eau Claire's men's basketball head coach Matt Silverling has resigned. Silverling was the head coach for the program for 12 years and led the Blue Golds to a 154-140 record during his tenure. Silverling was an assistant coach with the Blue Golds from 2004 to 2007. Silverling released a statement saying, "It was an honor to lead the Blue Gold basketball program. Under Silverling, the men's basketball program reached the WIAC tournament 6 times and the NCAA tournament in 2020, making it to the second round." With the departure of Silverling, assistant coach Kate Stackpool has been named the interim head coach while the program searches for its next head coach.
It is a weekend of success for the UW Eau Claire cheer and stunt team, as they were the champions of the 2024 Wow Factor Sports Cheer Championships. The team competed for 2 days at the event and opened up their weekend on Saturday with their traditional routine. When all was said and done after Sunday, the Blue Golds finished first place in their traditional routine and third place in the game day routine. Those two scores add up to the team being awarded first place overall and becoming the champions. Congratulations to the team. That's all for the World of Blue Gold Sports. I'm David Abel.
And I'm Eli Bennis. Back to you, Alex and Marissa.
Thanks, David and Eli.
Welcome back, everyone, to BNN TalkBack, where this week Marissa and I will be discussing the WBAs.
That's right, Alex, and we are joined by our amazing guest who also took part in the event with us. This is Willow Polish.
Hi, I'm Willow Polish, and I'm the news director for Blue Gold Radio Sunday here at campus.
Perfect. Well, welcome, Willow. We're happy to have you.
I'm happy to be here. It's
Welcome
great to see you guys.
I know over the weekend we were talking we need to do a collab of some sort.
Yeah,
Here we go.
definitely.
Here's your collab.
A collab.
A collab.
That's what they call it in the
Collaboration?
In the industry.
In the industry.
Yeah.
Anyways, WBAs. What happened? What happened there at the WBAs?
So basically what happened was we got together at around 3 at the Davie Center and we drove down to Green Bay, and the conference was a pretty early start at 8 on Saturday.
Yep.
And we had a lot of breakout sessions talking to different people in the industry. Got to meet a lot of different people from radio stations around Wisconsin, and I'm assuming you guys met a lot of people from different broadcasters around the state.
Yeah.
But it was a lot of fun hearing from different people and seeing all these different people who are involved in the industry.
Absolutely. And when we mention WBAs for our viewers at home, It is the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association Student Forum that we attended at Lambeau Field, and that was this past Saturday. So that was really fun. Like Willow said, we drove down with a crew of us from TV10 and from Blue Gold Radio Sunday. Well, Willow was the one from Blue Gold Radio Sunday, but it was, like you said, like I think the networking aspect of it was incredible. You know, I met a lot of people that I didn't anticipate meeting, and I'm sure you had the same sort of feeling. You know, we met longtime radio broadcasters. Oh gosh, it was Wayne Larrabee and Larry McCarran,
Yes.
the Packers broadcasters that have been doing it for like 30 years. You know, Drew and KB from the Drew and KB show, and Packers OT.
Yeah.
You know, I was excited about the sports, as you can tell.
So many more people as well.
Jen Leda from ESPN College Game Day and more.
It was an amazing lineup.
Amazing.
Yeah, what was crazy to me was that I actually got to meet the lady who did the newscast for WKOW 27 News from when I was a kid. And I got to say hi, and I was like, hi, Danny. And it was a lot lot of fun.
A little bit of a starstruck moment?
Definitely, for sure.
What would you say was maybe one of the more like enlightening moments at the conference?
I thought it was very interesting talking to the different people from different college radio stations and how they have their different broadcasting networks set up. And I mean, the UW system has been around for a long time, so there's a lot of different technology people use. There's a story about how at Stevens Point's radio station, they still have a really old rig where they have a giant antenna in the studio still. So that was really cool to talk to different people and learn about their different setups.
That's super, super cool. And while we were at the WBAs, we were not just there as guests, we were there winning some awards. So I know Alex and I, for TV10, won second place in Best Newscast, which was really cool, in TV Broadcast Newscast. And TV10 also won, I think it was Best Ad Campaign?
Yes.
Or something like that.
Yep.
And we were, what, third place in that, I believe?
I believe so.
So that's exciting. And then Willow,
Yeah, what did you
Yes. Sunday.
So I won second place for a public affairs / talk show section for radio broadcast for my show called Off the Clock that ran last semester, where I was just talking to different professors around campus to find out what they're like off the clock. So that was a lot of fun to record, and I'm really happy that I was encouraged to apply for the WBAs because I had no clue that they were existing until my faculty advisor told me about it. So I'm really glad I got to apply.
Yeah, that sounds like that was amazing. And we saw some of your work, and that's so cool. You really did a really cool thing.
Thank you.
It was fun seeing all of the work. You know, during the award ceremony, they'll play a clip from all of the different works that won in the various categories. And it was cool to see all of the different studios' work, a lot of UW Whitewater work. But
Yes, a lot of UW
Yeah, they
Whitewater.
did win quite a lot, but I do agree. It was very interesting to see just how everybody runs their stuff differently, and how like the different basically just like the different channels and everything just run all of their stuff so much differently than everyone else. So what would you say? What would you say was like your best experience at the WBAs? Did you talk to anybody that really like narrowed you down into where you want to go with your future?
I thought it was very interesting because I don't have a lot of experience with TV coming into college. I'm just a first year. So going to this conference and talking to people from all different sides of the broadcasting field was really interesting, and I'll definitely be looking into careers in the future, not just in radio, but also maybe in television or tech stuff, and learning about all that was really good for me.
that's really amazing. Well, and there were some really great educational sessions, too. A lot of
Yes.
different presenters talking about different aspects of journalism, whether it be sports, artificial intelligence,
For
news
sure.
Those are very
writing.
interesting.
Were there
Those are very
any
interesting
moments from one of those sessions that stuck out to you?
I thought the AI session was very interesting because they had people from radio and television, and they had people from the more managing corporate side of news, as well as people who were just regular reporters. And hearing all those different perspectives on AI was really, really cool to see, and how you could kind of tell who had what background and how their opinions were formed on AI.
No, and I think that was one of like the most unique things about the WBAs was the fact that we got so many people from different walks of life, and so many people from these different aspects of broadcasting, news, radio, like everybody like coming together for one day to really just share their experiences and honestly share a lot of good advice with us. There was a lot of good
Yeah,
advice being thrown around that
definitely.
day. So.
Well, I think, that's all the time we have today. It was a really great experience. I'm so glad you could join us
Yeah.
and talk about your experience.
Yeah, no,
Exactly.
it was so much fun to come on today.
Perfect. Well, we look forward to hopefully seeing more of you.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
hearing you on the radio.
Exactly.
you.
Well, that's all that we have for you tonight.
Join us next week for your latest news, updates, and weather.
Make sure to check out TV10 on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and subscribe to our channel on YouTube. I'm Marissa Day.
And I'm Alex Rubio. Thank you, and good night.